Divine Feminine, tap in, tap in. This message is for everybody. This message is not sign specific. Okay. So Divine Feminine, I've been telling y'all that I needed to talk to you guys. You've been popping out in all the readings, okay? So yes, we definitely need to have a chat. There's a lot of passion. There's a lot of passion happening, okay? First, I do want to get started with this Earthcraft Oracle to get some messages for you guys. But just the downloads is there's been a lot of passion. Also, Divine Feminine, there's been a lot of situations happening outside of yourself. That's going to bring you in alignment. And it can be real tricky when spirits start doing stuff like that, because a lot of those things that gets us to grow, that gets us to this soul growth, they're things that we don't necessarily want to go through. They're uncomfortable things, right? So I feel like a lot of that is going on. There could be there's a strong need for you to clear your energy, and a strong need for you to go within to see what's distracting you. For some of you guys are very, very distracted right now, okay? Energy is distracted. So what messages do we have for Divine Feminine? Also, past loves, not being able to sleep, karmic debt, definitely thinking about some type of past love, okay? For some of you guys, you're thinking about all that you've been through. It's time for you to rise. Time for you to rise. There's a lot of chaos happening here. But there's some type of abundance. Like I said, there's a lot of things happening outside of you to get you to where you are. You have the ancients. Your spirit guides are definitely talking to you, trying to get your attention. Your ancestors, you see your spirit guides all around, trying to get your attention, trying to talk to you. So make sure you tune in and make sure you meditate. You might just fuck around and get some information that is, the key. The key, okay? So let's get into this karmic debt right here. I do want to go into the book for this because I do feel like this is heavy around this time. It says, do you believe in second chances? Well, the universe does. Not just in second chances, but third, fourth, and as many chances that are needed for you to feel loved and fulfilled. The trick is that second chances are not always what you would expect. More often, a second chance comes in the form of finding yourself in a repeated pattern and realizing you have the opportunity to make a better choice this time around. Karma gets a bad reputation. On the surface, it seems like a punishment or a balancing of the scales when debts incurred by past mistakes must be repaid. But karma is much deeper than that. It isn't random, but the direct result of self-destructive patterns that bring harm to yourself and others. When this card comes up in the reading, it is an opportunity to change these patterns and greet your mistakes with compassion and a desire to choose empowerment over victimhood and responsibility over blame. It's easy to think your past is all you have, or that you will spend the rest of your life making up for it. But the beauty of the future is that it's unattained, and it can be whatever you choose. This card brings you a powerful message. Mistakes are something you do, not who you are. So I feel like for some of you guys, whatever mistakes you have made or whatever you're beating yourself up in, you always have a second chance. Okay? And your mistake is what you do. It's not who you are, which means don't shame yourself. Don't stop shaming yourself for your mistakes. Okay? Or shaming yourself for feeling guilty. All right? When it goes into shaming, I read this book by Brene Brown. Let me know if y'all know about Brene Brown. But I read this book. I think, I forgot. I read so many of her books. But I think it was Daring Greatly. And she was talking about it's normal for us to have guilt, to feel like, oh, I feel bad for what I've done. Something that I did, okay? I don't like that I did something. But when you start saying shame, you go into like, I don't like who I am. You see the difference? Something is in the action, and the other one is you're making some type of identity of your mistakes. You're creating an identity from your mistakes. So in that identity, you're shaming yourself, and that leads to self-hate and so many other things. So instead of getting to like, I'm such a bad person, that's shame. When you say I'm a bad person because I'm stupid or I'm this or I'm that. But when you start saying I did a bad thing or I did a stupid thing, it gets a little bit easier, okay? So instead of going into your mistakes of thinking you are your mistakes, no, that's just something that you did, okay? And yeah, it was a bad thing that you did, and that was a bad thing that you did. Sometimes I have to remind myself that, okay, no, that was something that I did, and I'm much more intelligent now, and I know more, and I've learned from those mistakes instead of getting into a place that we are our mistakes, because we're not. Also, you have rise. So for some of you guys, stop beating yourself up. It's time for you to rise from the darkness. It's time for you to rise from what you feel that has broken you. Okay, what it is you're going through, this karmic debt that you feel like you keep on going through. Also, I feel like for some of you guys, there's chaos around you because Spirit is trying to get you to make a different choice. That's how you cut that cord. You make a different choice. You handle the situation differently. Sometimes things come in our lives that look so familiar to us from previous things that we've been through, because this is your opportunity to show how much you've grown. It's just your opportunity to show your growth out, okay? A lot of us, we go back into what's familiar to us, what feels safe to us, instead of standing up and showing that thing. No, this is what I learned. Okay, this is what I learned about myself. I got into a deeper relationship with myself, so now I'm approaching these relationships differently. So for some of you guys, this chaos is coming for you to make these choices, these certain choices. Also, get out of the need of, I got a mouthful, okay? Get out of the need of blaming other people. When you get into the rabbit hole of blaming, you'll stay into the rabbit hole of blaming, okay? It's going to be everybody's fault. And then you'll be a victim. And everybody has a say over your life but you. Because that's what a victim is. It's all these things are happening to me and I have no power to get out of it. You know what I'm saying? Definitely stay out of that victimhood mindset. That's why I don't really go into the other. I usually stay with my content, with what's going on inside of you, because I understand about taking responsibility and the growth and the freedom in that. There's actually freedom in saying, yeah, I did something. I didn't mean to do it, but taking responsibility for your actions. There is so much freedom in it. There's so much suffering in being a victim and choosing to victimize yourself instead of choosing to free yourself from something, okay? Also, this thunderstorm is also the same thing here. I feel like there's a lot of chaos going around you and something's telling you to rise. There is a need for you to get up off the ground with all that other shit, Divine Feminine, okay? Spirit guides are trying to talk to you. There's so much going on around you. Isn't it crazy at the time when spirit guides be trying to get your information? It's like, how could I fucking focus? How could I focus on this? Because there's so much going on. You're blaming yourself for things. There's chaos around you. Okay. The rise means that you've been through something that could have possibly killed you or killed your spirit. So spirit is telling you to get up from that. So you're already in a place where you feel like your spirit is broken or your spirit is dead in the sense that it needs to be reborn. You're already going through that type of energy where you feel like you need to be reborn. But then we have this abundance coming out of nowhere. Right? We got this abundance coming out of nowhere. Isn't that how it happens? We go through a tower and the tower breaks and then something beautiful happens, right? I feel like your focus needs to be on the abundance in your life. I'm going to read what the abundance is that you need to be focused on, okay? And I love this thing. I'm only going to read like a couple lines because it's just straightforward. Abundance is a state of being. And then listen to what it says. The next sentence after this, it says, you can allow yourself to become a victim of chance, or you can embrace the spirit of abundance through your expectation of always having enough. I'm going to read that again. You can allow yourself to become a victim of chance, or you can embrace the spirit of abundance through your expectation of always having enough. Do you have a sense of overflowing? Do you feel gratitude for everything that is in your life? Do you give thanks to the little things as easily as the huge wins? The word abundance often brings to mind financial wealth, but abundance can be expressed in all areas of your life. This card guides you to feel abundance in whatever ways you can. This feeling of abundance will call more abundance to you in return. If it's love you seek, feeling an abundance of joy can draw love closer to you. If you seek money, an abundance of hope can be your ticket to wealth and material success. Do not live in fear of not having enough. Be grateful for the richness that is already present in your life and watch as more abundance flows to you. Okay? It says you can be a victim of chance. You can be a victim of your circumstances. You can say, woe is me. Okay? And I just had my coworker. God bless this lady. She's such a sweet older lady. But my coworker was just saying, and I had a habit of saying, like, when she comes in, because she comes in like right before I'm about to be off, like about 2 hours before I'm about to get off. So by the time she comes in, she's all refreshed and I'm like drained. Okay, I did my 12 hours. Okay, I'm 10 hours in, got 2 more to go. She come in all lively, so she always, how are you? I'm like, I'm tired, and she always say, no, you're not. You're strong. Okay. And I was like, yep, you know what? I am strong. Get me to change that type of mentality. And she told me, you have to speak in a language that your angels understand. And she was telling me about how she was sick. She got into a car accident. She had this pain in her neck. But she kept saying, I'm healed, I'm healed, I'm healed, I'm healed. And I just love the way she talked. She said, and I went to sleep, and the angel of God came and injected me with something in my neck. I had a dream, and even when I woke up, I went to the mirror to see if she had to see where the injection was, because it felt like she was in a hospital. She was in a hospital and got the injection in her neck. And since that night she had that dream, she never had that pain since. It's so crazy how the world, because I'm more of a spiritual person. She's a very, very religious person, like very religious person. But it's so crazy how that connects, how life and death is in the tongue. And a lot of people, and she said this, a lot of people are suffering because they don't know how to speak to their angels. So a lot of people are suffering because they don't know which language to speak. They don't know how to say it. So instead of saying I'm strong, they say I'm weak. And angels don't understand I'm weak. She also used this example, which was so beautiful. And it's crazy. Her name is Heaven. So, right? So she also used this message, which was so beautiful. She said that your angels are just following you. Look at this, the ancients. You got your spirit guides here. Angels are just following you, waiting for you to speak a language they understand. They're ready to help you. You know how many angels that are walking beside people and they don't have nothing to do. They're just bored. They're like, I wish this person would speak to me and give me something to do. Because once you speak this life, once you speak it over your life, your angels get to work. Just like that. So for a lot of you guys, you can choose to be a victim of your circumstance, or you can choose to be full. You could choose to look at your cup as half full instead of half empty. Okay? You can learn how to speak life into your situations instead of speaking that. And also, one of the number one things, I just know this, one of the number one things that the enemy wants to take from you, or the enemy wants power over you, is your tongue. The enemy wants you to curse yourself. They don't want to have to curse you. There's too much work for the enemy to curse you. The enemy wants you to wake up and say, I'm so this, so I'm not this, so I'm never going to be. That's what the enemy wants you to do. Because they know as long as you do that, all of those things will happen. You'll believe that. And they know the angels don't understand that stuff. You have to speak it. Okay? So definitely speak that abundance. Abundance is a state of being. It's not a certain amount of money. Okay, it's not a certain love relationship. It is who you are. Let's see what other messages we got from the earth. Crash. Don't let your outside environments define who you are, Divine Feminine. What other messages can be helpful for Divine Feminine at this time? Oh, prophetic dreams. You're dreaming, literally dreaming a whole new universe. Oh, for some of you guys, you are getting dreams about how you got into a certain situation. Here you have the rise at the bottom of the deck. Something is also telling you how you can rise or why you're in a situation. Got your angels here. This is who are giving you your dreams. Wow, your spirit guides are so chatty. They want to speak to you. They want you to speak back to them. Make sure you're speaking life, okay? But you're definitely getting these dreams. A lot of you guys, you're at a point. For some of you guys, you are like, how in the hell did I get here? Okay? And you're having these wild dreams. I'm feeling for some of you guys, you have not even been able to dream because your mind is going crazy. So meditation is definitely needed for you guys. But Spirit is definitely trying to tell you something. And Spirit is definitely trying to show you something. You've gotten to a place so that you can rise. That's why you're here, so that you can be the phoenix. Then you have the ceremony behind that. So you can rise. It's almost like Spirit is throwing you a party, but just because the chaos that's going on around you, you can't see. Okay? It's this karmic debt. You're still thinking about this karmic debt. For some of you guys, you're blaming yourself so much here. And that's definitely not something that you need to do. Okay? Let's go into this Priestess of Light Oracle for you guys. I just feel like there's a heavy feeling on Divine Feminine's energy for some reason. And a lot of that can be about what you've been through or what's been happening outside of your world. Or, I mean, what's been happening in your outside world. Okay. What messages do we have for Divine Feminine? I'm going to go into Divine Masculine as well. So, hello, Divine Masculine. I know a lot of you guys watch. Definitely. To get that Divine Feminine energy balanced. Also, know to keep up with your Divine Feminine. Let me know if you guys want a Divine Masculine reading. Or how about a merge together? So, let me know if you want a Divine Masculine reading. Or you want to merge Divine Masculine and Divine Feminine. I'm going to go ahead and pull some cards for Divine Masculine as well. Okay. What messages do we have for Divine Feminine? Telepathy. Transmission. Communication. You're speaking people up. So, Divine Feminine. You're speaking people up. Definitely speaking people up. For some of you guys, your perception is changing about how you feel about somebody else. Okay? You are getting to a state where you're letting go, you're cleansing, and you're going with the flow. Your perception is definitely changing. You are getting insights about some type of karmic situation. And what the karmic situation's purpose was, the sacred purpose that it was for you, for your growth. Okay. I did talk about, or did we talk about? Yes, I did talk about a twin flame, an eternal flame, an ancestral legacy. There's some type of purpose here. Also, for some of you guys, you're figuring out your purpose. There's also new connections that are coming into you, that are coming here towards you. But I feel like your perception about how you feel about some type of relationship, you got the duality, many meanings. So the light and the darks of situations, you're realizing why you had to go through certain things, why you went through certain things, why you went through it with this particular person. What did you need to learn from that particular person? How did these things aid in your growth? You're definitely learning all of that. Tell me more about telepathy. Pure connection to that twin flame. Like pure connection to that twin flame energy. Definitely having a different outlook on what it is. You could be having an outlook on who you even thought it was. Okay. For some of you guys, you're looking at the abundance, the wealth in it, the growth in it. Okay. Changing your perception of how you view this twin flame. Tell me more about sacred purpose. Got so much coming out here. Portal. Infinite mind awakening and consciousness, tenderness. This new portal that's coming through, 22. Okay, that is a very, very powerful day. I feel like there's some type of blessing. There's some knowledge that's coming to you, a lot in your perception. So if you are having trouble sleeping or you're having trouble dreaming, definitely get that ready. Definitely get that under control. I do feel like this portal is going to unlock some new insights when it comes to love, and also this can bring you some type of harvest. Tell me more about birth, heart, bright heart light, open connections. Also could be bringing a lot of connections into you. You got earth magic, removing some type of obstacles, innovation, new creation, balance, and stability. So these new creations, these new connections that are coming to you is getting you to remove certain obstacles. So this is getting you to change your beliefs on certain things. This is getting you to stop some type of self-sabotage that you may have. Also, this is new creations. These are new relationships that are coming towards you. And these are balanced relationships, stable and firm relationships. So some of you guys may have never had a relationship on this type of level or had a connection, whether this is an intimate relationship or whether this is just a connection. These are great connections, firm connections, okay? Something does have the ability to rebirth, okay? But I do feel like most of you guys are touching something new. You're creating something new. You're growing something new. Okay. I'm going to go into the earth magic. Let's pull some cards for divine masculine. What messages do we have for divine masculine? What messages do we have for divine masculine? River woman. What messages do we have for divine masculine? Okay. So divine masculine, you're in the same boat as well, okay? Divine masculine, you're not looking at so divine masculine, you're giving too much of yourself. Doing too much for everybody. And because you got this river woman, then it goes all the way to a drought. So I feel like while you were taking care of everybody else, you neglected to take care of yourself, divine masculine. And now you go through this new situation. You got this death card here. You go through this new situation where your perceptions change and you're getting all these dreams, and now you're feeling drained, and it's because you spread it. You gave too much of yourself away. Tell me more about River woman. Maybe you feel like in a situation, in a relationship, you gave too much of yourself away. Look, you got soul loss here with this river woman here. For some of you guys, divine masculine, you could have been in a situation with a person who gave you a lot. who gave so much to you, but you didn't feel anything. But I do feel like most of you guys, this is you giving so much of yourself. You taking care of everybody else and nobody, and feeling like you can't lean back. You know, that toxic masculinity. So for some of you guys also was feeling like there also could have been a person where um something is telling you to trust in the journey. You could have had a person who definitely always stayed calm, but I'm feeling like this could have been you. For some of you guys, there could have been some type of traumatic death that happened that shook you to your core. Okay, definitely shook you to your core. And I feel like these are at changing times because you're feeling like that something is happening to you, and not for you. It's like how could this possibly be for me? Whatever it is that happened. Um, you're feeling unsupported. Like I do feel like you giving yourself, you're feeling so unsupported. Tell me more about death for divine masculine. Feeling way unsupported. You got to accept your gifts. For some of you guys, you have the ability to rebirth from this situation, divine masculine. You've been through something, and I feel like this is like your energy was depleted. This also could have been a relationship, but the gift is now you're on this spiritual journey. You've been through this death to bring you on this spiritual journey or to open yourself spiritually. And the death card is all about growing or birthing out of something that you lost, something that you feel you lost. And it feels like you lost yourself. And trying to take care of everybody else, you lost yourself, divine masculine. Okay? I feel like you lost that version of yourself. Tell me more about prophetic dreams. Your gifts could be you have these prophetic dreams. For some of you guys, you have the ability to actually see darkness. You also have the ability to actually see how you got to where you are. Something that's not only giving you the insight in other people or giving you clarity for other people, but something that's also giving you clarity for yourself, so you won't make certain new mistakes. For some of you guys, you were just around a lot of people who were negative and toxic, and were taking and 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 taking, and they didn't want to bring nothing. They didn't want to bring nothing. They didn't want to add nothing to you. Like these things got out of control. The toxicity. This is in the people that's around you. So you have the ability to see someone's true colors. For some of you guys, you didn't get to a place all by yourself. It's just that now you're about to grow from this and blossom into something that you've never imagined. Now you have this new insight about the company that you keep. Okay, tell me more about drought. You got the same message as divine feminine. Rise from this. Spirit is telling you to rise from this. It's something about your sight, divine masculine. You see things on a whole nother level. You're able to see things that the normal eye is not supposed to be able to see. It's time for you to transform. You're going through an actual transformation process. Okay? Rise from these negative people. You have Fern here. There's some type of negative people that's around you that's getting out of control. A lot of people can be expecting. You feel like that you are indebted to them and you're not. Okay? For some of you guys, they could have made you feel like that, made you feel like you had to take care of them, and you don't. Okay? You don't. All right? Ancestors are definitely speaking to you as well. You're going through a beautiful transformation. It's crazy how we're all going through this transformation together. All right. So let's get into The tarot. Finally. I'm going to go into my Modern Witch. Tarot deck. You got the Nine of Cups coming right out of the deck. Somebody is happy. Somebody is happy with their choices or the options that they have. Okay. Somebody is also, I do feel like somebody wants to share their heart. Somebody wants to express themselves, express their emotions. What messages do we have for Divine Feminine? Yes. Empress energy coming right out the deck first. Right out the deck first. A lot of good energy. Somebody's focusing on their soul growth. Got the Justice card. A lot of great energy. A lot of good energy here. Got the Ace of Cups as well. So somebody is also focusing on their creations and what they can create. They get into their creative endeavors. Moving fast. Jumping at opportunity. Not waiting for opportunity. Jumping on opportunity, because the Empress is about action as well. She's creating. She's getting things done as well. Okay. The Empress also is protecting a lot of things, and she's very, very well protected. So you guys are very, very well protected. A lot of things are moving fast, and you get your justice. You get your victory. At the bottom of the deck, you do have the Ace of Cups. At the top, you are going to have to stand up for yourself. There's things here. I feel like you're going to have to stand up against a group of friends. Okay, tell me more about this Empress energy. Yes, got the Emperor here. Okay, so there's a dynamic duo here. Hey, Divine Masculine. And look at that. Temperance. Working things out. It's crazy how we went through the readings, and Divine Feminine was blaming herself and being a victim of her circumstances because things are crazy. Divine Masculine, on the other end, was going through an identity crisis, not knowing who they are anymore, going through something that shook their world, feeling depleted, okay? Going through that type of thing. And it's crazy how it's similar. It's so similar. We both going through the same things because something outside of us is getting us to turn within and figure out what's going on inside of us. There are deaths happening inside of us. There are rebirths happening inside of us. And all of these things outside is bringing us to be, it's making us become more in tune with how we feel on the inside. So this is also confirmation on your protection. Also behind the scenes, I feel like there's an alignment. There's an alignment bond, alignment union, Divine Feminine, Divine Masculine coming together. You got the Nine of Pentacles here. Somebody is content with being happy. Okay. Somebody is content, but there's a person who still got them smitten, or maybe it's just your energy. Tell me more about the Empress and the Emperor. Oh, look, this shiny new toy. So both people are looking at each other like, wow, look at this shiny new toy. Look at this new person. Okay. This is indeed a gift with the Ace of Pentacles at the bottom of the deck. Okay. This is a new situation. You got the World. You're walking through a new situation, walking through a new chapter with somebody, or you're just at a new chapter in your life where you're meeting your match. Okay. Tell me more about the Eight of Wands. Yes, being hit with so many options coming towards you. So much. I feel like for some of you guys, there are going to be so many options or so many people coming towards you that you're going to like get off your phone, shut down your social media. You definitely could be having a lot of lookers looking at you. You're waiting. Something could also be overwhelming by how fast something is happening to you. Tell me more about the Eight of Wands. This happiness. So many good things coming towards you. So many good things coming towards you. Okay. For some of you guys, you may get some news that you're expecting. For a lot of you guys, you're about to get a lot of recognition. A lot of good recognition. Okay. There's a lot of passion around you. Okay. But there's a lot of good options, really good success coming in fast. Also, this could be gifts. Tell me more about justice. So I feel like this is something that you've been waiting for. But I do feel like you're happy. You're happy. You're extremely happy for what it is you've been working on. You're extremely happy. This is a whole new chapter. You also can have some type of message from somebody in your past. But I do feel like you get into this place of you getting exactly what it is that you wanted. Something being a reflection of you. With the Six of Cups, this is real happiness. This is a gift also. An unexpected gift. And this is straight from the angels. The trumpets have sound. This unexpected gift. This unexpected gift, divine feminine. I just want to see. I want to peek and see what divine masculine is doing. And this is from what it is that you start. Something that you start. Something that you've been working on. Something that you've been patient with. Tell me more about divine masculine. Okay. You got the justice card, the judgment card coming out. Major gifts from the universe, from the angels. Something is telling you to be true to how it is that you're feeling. Yeah, there's a need for you to push back from the outside world. What other messages do we have for divine masculine? Yeah, push out from the outside world. I do feel like the angels are bringing you healing, divine masculine, because you're going through it a lot. Also going to be bringing you, yeah, there's a lot of chaos that's going on around you. Tower moments, chaos going on around you. What else do we have behind this? Okay, this could possibly be with a person, but a lot of chaos moments. Your confidence could have taken a hit. This is also a new beginning coming into you. But Spirit wants you to also feel what it is that you're going through. And also cut off from the outside world. You got the Six of Swords here. It's time for you to get out of these stormy waters. It's time for you to clear your mind. Time for your whole mindset to transition into something else, okay? Divine masculine, there could be an argument. There's somebody who just keeps on, that won't give up, that keeps on fighting at your energy. Okay, you got the Seven of Swords. This person won't give up. They keep on coming back and doing something. It's time for you to set a boundary with this person. I don't know who this person is, but they keep on coming back at you and they keep getting over on you. Time for you to set a boundary with this person. All right? Okay. I'm going to go into my field tarot. And then we're going to get you guys up out of here. If any of this is resonating, make sure you give this video a big thumbs up, guys. All right, let's get into it. What closing messages do we have for divine feminine? What closing messages do we have for divine feminine? What closing messages do we have for divine feminine? Know your strength, know your worth. Get some rest. Got these downloads coming towards you. Get some rest. Also, there's a need for you to come and be in tune with yourself. There's a need for you to isolate. Tell me more. You're very, very curious about something. You're very, very curious if you're in alignment. because a lot of things are happening. Tell me more about rest for Divine Feminine. Yeah, rest. The moon. There are things that are trying to be. Things are definitely coming to. Messages in your dream. Messages in your dream. Got the Three of Pentacles. All things are working together. And this is key information. Key information for you. This is also information for a transformation. Tell me more about rest. Messages in your dream. Trust your intuition. You got the Five of Swords here. Also, this is messages about like some type of hidden drama. People who to protect your energy from, who to stand up against. Also those, a lot of discernment. Tell me more about Hermit. Time for you to get in tune with yourself so you can get in alignment. The way you get in alignment is getting in tune with yourself. Getting in tune with your own self. That's how you be able to see some type of vision. Okay? With that King of Wands at the front of the deck. Getting into some type of new energy. It's time for you to clear your energy. Tell me more about the Hermit. Clear your energy, and you do that by tuning out. For some of you guys, your world is looking crazy. Okay? And it's a need for you to go within and heal. You have to heal these certain things that you've been through. All right? You do have the tools. You have all the tools equipped that you need to heal, and it's inside of you. You don't need nothing outside of yourself. Okay? Tell me more about isolation. For some of you guys, you need to make this isolation, or you need to be isolated so you can gain clarity. This is not for you to be alone. This is so you can gain clarity in your situation. Okay? Tell me more about isolation. Yes. So you can see the gift in something. I feel like so you can gain clarity and you can see the gift in some type of situation. Also, I do feel like there's a blessing here. There's a gift that you're about to receive. For a lot of you guys, I feel like pregnancy is really, really big. Okay. Tell me more about curiosity. You're curious about reconciling something from the past. Okay. What you don't see is this is just not good energy for you. You're curious about working something out. You're curious about why you're waiting, why somebody else is waiting, that waiting energy. Tell me more about curiosity. And you're also, I feel like you're also curious about like moving on. But there's a part of you that still wants to go back. Yeah, the Seven of Swords, that's what I was seeing. The Seven of Swords, there's a part of you that still wants to go back. To what it is that you knew, to what it is that's familiar to you. But I feel like overall, and this is all in your thoughts. Overall, I feel like you're going to be dedicated to getting yourself in alignment, and that is pushing away from the outside world. Okay, you got the Nine of Cups, which is fulfillment. You're going to be dedicated on your desires, what it is that you want. Also, pregnancy is big. I feel like for some of you guys, you want a family, or you want to nurture something, or you want peace, you want stability and grounding. Okay. So that is the message that I have for you guys, Divine Feminine. I hope you resonated with this reading. If you did, make sure you give this reading a big thumbs up, and make sure you guys are subscribed to my channel. I love you guys so much, and I will see you in the next video.